Yes. 2008 Olympics tabard. 5-mask run win. I did it yesterday, actually. I did a 5-mask run win. I agree, but they had Olympic stuff and BlizzCon stuff. They did. And that is actually kind of like, that's a good point. Yeah, they've already done things that are opposite. That is a good point. Listen, if they did a BlizzCon champion title, you know, like the, let's say, like, I don't know what they would call it. Like, would it be the BlizzCon champion? I think they could come up with something that's a little bit cooler than that. Like, maybe like the, I don't know. I'm sure there's a million different things that they could call it. But it's good to have you back. Well, thanks. It's good to be back. Show gear. I'll show my gear on this character once I finish the run. How much movement speed do you have? I don't have any base movement speed. I just have my Nikes equipped. That's all. But no, for real, I'll show you guys all my gear on this character, because I know a lot of people might be new to this, and they haven't seen the way that I play this character. So I'll show you the way that it works whenever I get to the last boss. I've been killing this boss right here for this fucking dagger for about 3 months now. I've probably done 50 or 60 kills on Murmur to get this Whispering Blade of Slaying that I will never use. But it's just sitting there, and I feel like I have to get it. So I'm going to go right now, and I'm going to get it. 100% it's going to drop. Reminds me of an old Speed Demon Hunter? Yeah. I really enjoy doing it. Oh, the Unrivaled. That's so good, dude. That is so fucking good. The Unrivaled. For like a title for the BlizzCon champions. Oh, dude, that's so big dick. I heard this is the fastest character in NA. Is the rumor true? It is for now. We'll see if things change. I know that after yesterday, a lot of people probably saw the way I was playing, and they might be making a character like this themselves. I'll show you guys how I made the character whenever I kill Murmur here. It's really cool. Vanquisher title? Yeah, but that was like kind of like you just bought the PTR access, and then you got like top 1,000. All right, here we go. 51. 51 fucking attempts, man. 51 fucking attempts. Okay, so here's the way that I have this character set up. So the reason I chose Dark Iron Dwarf is because they have a racial ability that increases their movement speed indoors by 4%. It's called like Delver or something like that. What the fuck is it? Dungeon Delving? Dungeon Delver, yeah. While indoors, move 4% faster. So they have passive movement speed that's granted by their racial ability. On top of that, I have a number of other abilities that increase my my movement speed as well. So the main item that I have that does that is called Agrimar's Stride. And so this makes it to where my main stat that I have the most of is going to increase my movement speed by that much. So all of my items have, I think, haste on them, which is my main stat. So because every item has haste on it, it also has speed on it as well. So I'm double stacking haste and speed, and some items also have gems in them, which the gems got disabled, unfortunately, so I had to change these items. On top of that, I have the Rune Blade of Baron Rivendare, which increases my movement speed by 10%, so that's 10% as fast. If you have 2 Rune Blades, they don't stack. And also the Cenarian Walking Stick does not stack with it either, before you ask. Cenarian Walking Stick's level 61 quest item, reward that you're able to get from Cenarian Expedition in Zangar Marsh. And then all of my items and everything here has haste on it, and some of it also has gems on it that give me increased movement speed. Now, I can only have one of these, but in general, I have as much of this as possible. And so also I have Rethu's Incessant Courage, which gives me a passive movement speed for 15% as long as I don't have mobs near me. Now, I could also get Sifu's Secret that gives me a passive 10%, but overall, I spend more time without mobs around me than with mobs around me, so I felt like Rethu's Incessant Courage would be an overall speed increase. So my total movement speed right now is at 187%. Now, one thing that I'm thinking about doing to improve on this character even further is to create and get Azurite gear that has the Long Strider buff on top of it, and I will use the Long Strider buff to stack it on top of Agrimar's Stride to make my characters even faster than it already is. Okay? Asmon, relax. I can't, dude. I'm going fast. I love doing this, man. It's really, really fun. Like, these types of characters and things like this, how bad is it that I'm having more fun and getting more excited talking about optimizing my level 101 Twink than my level 120 Warrior? Jesus Christ. It's not good, man. Enchant your weapon with Windwalk, the movement speed enchant. Windwalk has to proc, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure Windwalking has to proc. But if that's the case, I'll go ahead and I'll do that. Why not make them level 100 Twink? Because you have to be 110 to equip Agrimar's Stride, and then also to get the speed bonuses. That's why. Why not get a speed druid? Because I need a warrior to get the gear that my other warrior needs. So, like, my warrior needs gear for these dungeons, and it's plate armor. So druids can't equip plate armor, so it would be a waste of time for me to have a druid. If I'd go with any class, I'd go with a demon hunter, because they're even faster, and also their mastery stacks movement speed on top of that, too. Like, trust me, like, whenever it comes to going fast and saving time while doing Shattered Halls in 2020, I'm a fucking expert, okay? Can't you wear 2 Baron Rivendare swords? No, as I just said before, you can wear them, but the movement speed buff they give you does not stack. So if you have 2 of them, you still have 10% movement speed, not 20. Why not a DK? I don't know anything about movement speed comparison. Because warriors are able to dual wield weapons, which means they can get more potential haste because 2 weapons are going to give them more overall stats. On top of that, warriors have a charge and heroic leap as well. So that's why you give it to a warrior. DKs are slow as fuck. Yeah, DKs are like the slowest thing in the game. The procs individually on offhand and main hand with 1 walk. Really? I'll have to get that enchant then. Thank you. I'll look at that. Warrior's best in slot for Transmog also. And also, yes, you're right. So, DKs, I believe, can equip staffs or staves. And, let's see, what else can they not equip? They can equip staves. They can equip... Can they equip daggers? They can't use shields. They can't use offhands, I'm assuming, too. Range weapons, yeah, they can't use bows or crossbows. So warrior is actually... Playing a warrior and going for completionism is like playing the completionism game 52. It's playing the completionism game on hard mode, okay? So keep that in mind anytime Annie Fuchsia posts a tweet, okay? With, how many items that she's got. Just try to keep that in mind, okay? Warlocks, I mean, come on. How many sets do you really need? What do you think about the class quest being relevant? I'm okay with class quests to an extent, but I don't think class quests are really the end-all and be-all, and I'd actually prefer if Blizzard made... Imagine this, okay? Imagine if Blizzard made it to where all the class quests in Legion were in-game content that was accessible to everybody. Imagine how much in-game content that would be. It'd be a fuckload of in-game content. When are you going to drive to Toronto? I'll probably do some Warzone in just a little bit here. I want to wrap this up and maybe do a few other things, and then maybe we can do Warzone after that. You know what? I'll get on my warrior, and we'll do, since I'm not writing the list...